Okay, hi everyone. I grew up doing lots of music in school, like
What's your name?
I'm Finn. And yeah, so I did recorder at school as well. I went to a Steiner school, so we did heaps and heaps of recorder, I think pretty much every day. We also had a really music teacher, so yeah, that was important to the curriculum. And we did a lot of singing choirs and things like that. And then I started playing folk music, a bit of fiddle, Celtic fiddling as well, and yeah, different bands and ensembles. And then also just playing in youth orchestras and quartets and things like that. So kind of throughout my school years. And I think I began composing when I was about 12 or 13, initially on the piano, and then I started writing music for the school drama productions and for some short films and things like that. For not just piano anymore. And then in my later high school years, I started focusing more on composing and less of performing, because I was playing violin in lots of ensembles. But yeah, I started focusing more on that and participating in like composer development programs and then also getting a bit into audio engineering and electronic music as well. And then now I'm studying at the University of Tasmania at the Conservatoire of Music, and I'm majoring in classical composition. But then outside of that, in my spare time, which there isn't heaps of, I'm doing kind of a bunch of other genres, doing a lot of scoring for films, and I've started doing a bit of audio post-production, so like mixing and a bit of Foley, other things like that, which certainly relate and inform my music as well. So just a bit about the piece. I chose to kind of write in a fairly accessible style, a bit cliche, I guess, because I thought that might appeal to or work well in the context of the broadcast venues and the kinds of people who go to that.
Boring people.
No, we'll address the topic soon, actually. It's a really important.
Well, if you look at the pieces that are played, like new pieces, always put in between like Beethoven 5. Anyway. So and I was inspired actually by an experience that I have every now and again when composing. It's that moment of inspiration when it hits, which you can't rely on. But when I get that experience, it's like really cool, and I just feel totally euphoric, and that's what I tried to convey in my piece. I don't know, jumping up and down, whoa, this is cool, and then the next day you're like, oh, that's not so neat, but but at that moment you're like, oh, great. So my piece is called Epiphany because it's about that, those little epiphanies that you have. So the first half of the piece is kind of built off these rhythmic ostinato layers, and that layer up each with a different note and different instruments and instrumental colours to form a kind of living cluster that stacks up. And then there's like some woodwind and string runs kind of over the top, imitating each other, and then a bass line comes in and ascends, and all of that's kind of heading to the next section, and it builds up to like an orchestral stab, if you like, into the next section, which is kind of your typical brass counterpoint kind of thing with strings doing some chills over the top, that kind of texture, and then it basically develops the brass counterpoint around. I was playing around with like fourths, stacking fourths up. So I was trying to like, I don't know, not do a super memorable melody, but kind of a little bit. Anyway. And then also I just had like punctuations of the texture with different stabs, and then climax points where the woodwinds come in, and then it's imitated by the strings. And then at the end I just bring back the rhythmic material from the start with a bit more like harmonic tension. Yeah, so starts with a bang, but we'll see if this is good. Which is Short Round and Fast Machine. It's just, I just like the piece. It didn't really inspire this one so much. Although it kind of did, I guess, but it's inspired my whole kind of stylistic thing, or John Adams in general is one of my inspirations. Yeah, and so I really like Short Riding and Fast Machine because it's combining kind of minimalist techniques with more of a neo-romanticism. So it has like repetition and kind of quasi-tonality in terms of progression, but then he has this really expressive melody that comes in. So I don't know, yeah, and it has a focus on ostinato and repetition, and there's no like foreground material, like melodic material until right at the end. Like 3/4 of the way through. Yeah, so. Yeah, I really like that about it, and he also uses that technique of stacking chord tones, layering up different rhythms, and yeah, just using the orchestration to colour and the texture of rhythms and stuff to make it interesting. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting play between like what is the foreground material, and then he plays with that throughout, like. So he has the melody in the end, but until that comes, until that's played, they're still interesting just in the rhythms that he's using, or how he has, how you might go against a rhythm and use a polyrhythm, or he kind of changes your sense of the rhythm. So yeah, it's really interesting kind of way of using texture and questioning what is the foreground and what draws your attention. Anyway, so you probably heard it, but playing gigs is cool.